We had one beer island we went to, and the island was named Mug Mug.
I've never heard of it.
It's in the Ulysses group. And they had cute little houses there with fences around them, and a sign that said, "Do not enter the yard," for the keeps the damn Marines out, you know, or the Navy personnel. So we didn't touch their houses. We just borrowed the place for a short time. And we had baseball games and basketball. I went in, I played a little basketball, then I went to the beach and was digging for shells. And I gave my beer tickets away because I didn't drink beer in the service at all. I didn't like the damn stuff. You know?
Right.
I had lots of friends until I gave my beer tickets away. And then I had a funny looking belly button or something wrong with me, you know. But
those are good stories. I mean, they're not stories, it's your life.
yeah.
That's what's so interesting. That's what's so interesting.
Well, when I did a lot of gangway watch when we were in port. And when we got back from Saipan, we caught an aerial torpedo off Saipan. A Betty twin motor bomber dropped an aerial torpedo and it hit our bow. And so we had to go back to Pearl Harbor at 8 knots. A submarine run circles around us where they'd seen us. One submarine could have sunk us. We had 2 World War I destroyers with us.
Wow.
And they were obsolete, and we were about to be, when we hit Okinawa, we learned we were obsolete. A battleship was obsolete by the end of World War II.
Right, right.
They'll never build another battleship.
I know.
Nobody ever will. The Japanese had 2 of the biggest ever built, and they built them against the Geneva Convention. The biggest guns they should have on a battleship were 16-inch guns. And the Yamato and her sister ship had 18-inch guns. And they were almost 1,000 foot long.
Wow.
They weighed 90,000 tons.
Good. Wow.
The Missouri and the Oklahoma, Missouri, the Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Wisconsin all weighed 45,000 tons. Those ships weighed twice as much as our latest battleships that we had. And the one I was on weighed 35,000 tons. And every battleship, one of the sister ships to the Yamato was sunk the morning after the sea battle at Saratoga Straits by naval aircraft. Bill and Mitchell told us years before that naval aircraft was going to win the next war, and it did.
Well, the Pearl Harbor was...
aircraft would be the winner of the war, which in Germany and in the Pacific, the aircraft was the one that sunk all the ships. Sea battles were a thing of the past. And we went through one of the last sea battles there ever will be.
That's the absolute truth.
We crossed the T that night. Battleships or cruisers, they can only fire from starboard or port side. They cannot fire forward or aft. The guns have to be to the side because when they fire the big guns, they usually fire 4 guns at once. We had 2 turns, 2 guns in each turn. And when they fired, the ship would roll from the recoil of those big guns. And on the back, the turret set on a barbette. Barbette's like a barrel. So clear down covers the magazine at the bottom of the ship. It's a big cast iron barrel. And in that barrel is all the powder and the 16-inch shells that go in the big guns. They have elevators bringing the shells up to the breech of their guns. And when Arizona got hit and blew up the magazine, that was the end of it. The magazine blew up, that was over. And when we went to Oahu, I saw the Arizona. It was there all during the war. but I never saw it. Some of the iron were sticking up above the water, but then nobody ever pointed it out to me.
Yeah.
It's a memorial now.
Yeah.
And we saw it, but right next to the Maryland at Pearl Harbor was the Oklahoma laying on their side.
Wow.
Every time we were in port, we parked at our dock. The Oklahoma was outboard from the dock, and that's why the Maryland wasn't sunk. It sunk the Oklahoma. He was on the side. And when we were there were still bodies of the Oklahoma still in the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And after the war, they scrapped the Oklahoma out. And, but anyhow.
Oh, shoot.
You gotta get going, feed the dog.
Well,
Gotta keep